Welcome back to the shop, friends. Thanks for joining us today. It's not going to be our typical wrenching video though.
That's right. So one of our YouTube creator friends, Don Smith, who owns a gorgeous classic Mustang 302, matter of fact, he actually watched our last video and asked for a walk around to kind of talk more about the car. He'd love to see it, and I thought, man, what a great idea, especially before we tear it all apart. So it would be good for all of you to be able to see at least what's left.
For science.
For science?
For science.
For science. You're weird. So thanks, Don, for recommending that. I definitely did think it was a great idea. So for all of you that have not seen the car or just started to follow along in the series, this is going to be a walk around on the car, talk a little bit about it, where it came from, and then you can kind of see the state that it's in now and then really see the difference as we continue to work through this project.
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and start with the motor. Yeah. This motor is a 351 Cleveland. It is a 2-valve. I would have liked to have a 4-valve, but I'm okay. I'm definitely okay with the 2-valve because the Clevelands are incredibly harder to find. They are, from what I've read, can handle more power than some of the others like the Windsor. So really fortunate the one we found actually had the Cleveland in it. And probably the best thing about this motor when we bought it is that it was actually running really well. As far as for goals of this, we're planning on pulling it out, actually taking it to a shop that we've partnered with, having it completely machined, having some stronger guts put in it, and then some added bolt-ons on top of it to hopefully get us around the 400 horsepower mark. That's the goal. As you see, I've got the mirrors already taken off on both sides as we walk around the other side as well. Because prior to actually creating the channel, we started to actually disassemble some of the car. And now that we've got a channel going, I'm like, well, we got a little ahead of ourselves. As far as the body is concerned, could not be happier with the state that it's in, and only the real major areas that you would typically see with rust on these are coming through. And that's more on the underside. On to the interior. So I have all the door panels. Those are some of those items that we took off prior to the series starting. Interior is all blue vinyl. Everything is in great condition, just pretty dusty right now from sitting for a little while. This particular car came with the decor package. Snapple fun fact that the decor package for these starting in '70 is just the deluxe package from 1969. What they did is just reduced the overall packages starting 1970 all down to the decor, and the biggest difference was the adding of the wood grain trim and panels they have. Wires you see hanging out there were from a cheaply done install on a radio. Pull that out, that's all going to be redone. This did not come with an AC, but it does have the select air controls for the heater and air conditioning, so that's going to be added in. This is also an automatic, so it's the FMX auto that comes with a lot of these models. Would have loved to have a standard, but unfortunately sometimes you just take what you can get. The carpet is rather new. The last owner actually replaced the carpet, so they did a fairly good job with that. But overall, really great condition in the front, minus the one very common piece with these is the dash pad. Due to the sun, the forming of them, they actually crack right across the center. So this is going to be completely replaced. Back seat all together. Everything fits perfectly. Everything is in great condition and surprisingly very comfortable still. Rear window has got the defogger system on there, which I thought was really cool for these. And then the headliner is all in fantastic shape as well. Alright, on back to the rear of the car. Everything, once again, with the body is fantastic. There's only just a couple of spots that I see maybe rust is underneath some paint, but this is the stock paint, which is pastel blue. In areas that isn't oxidized, you can see a very slight blue tint. And this was one of 159 that were made for this paint color and trim color. Now, we even got a couple of the original hubcaps that came with the car. I wish we had all four, but all the owner had was just the two. All right. Next thing, which I thought was an absolute bonus, was the upgraded fuel tank. Now, for those that understand classic Mustangs, the fuel tank systems that are OEM in these typically will rust out or have other problems, and they just have to be replaced. So somebody had the right mind either to do it when they were starting to have problems or do it ahead of time. So this definitely saved us a big chunk of money. And now we just have to replace this jerry-rig shit right here, this block wood. No idea why that's there, but that's going to have to come out and be redone. But as far as the trunk itself, as you can see, everything looks really solid. There's no rust. The only rust issues that I see are up here in the corner, which is also pretty normal because of the way the rain falls through. But trunk lid, all solid as well. Now to walk around on this side. So a couple of additional Snapple fun facts about the car. This was actually sold in April of 1970, so April 30th to be exact. It wasn't built until May 11th.
13th.
Actually 11th. I told you 13th, but it was scheduled to be built on the 13th, but it was actually built on the 11th. So I thought that was really pretty cool that they just didn't go buy it off the dealer lot, that placed the order and then went ahead and had it built.
True customization.
Yes, true customization. I think that's just so badass. I'm sorry. I really love that piece of it. This was actually built in Dearborn, Michigan. One thing that we've decided on is the pastel blue color that is original in this car is what is going to go back on it after the body work is done, of course. We have not seen a pastel blue out there.
There's really none. When you go to these car shows, you see every variation of blue, silver, red, black.
candy reds, blues.
You never see the original pastel blue, and the little glimpses of it that I've seen working on Clara just really get me excited to
Yeah.
see her in her full glory.
Yeah. So the big thing that, or the big things that we'll end up having to tackle outside of the motor and the bodywork underneath is some of the interior pieces that, like the dash pad, is just one that historically cracks, and we have to replace that one. Mm-hmm. We also have to figure out what wheels we're going to go with. We have some wheels already that we like on the car, mm-hmm. but we're thinking about powder coating those, and we just don't know what we're going to go with from a color standpoint. So we'll be asking those that actually watch the videos later on when we come to that point, and maybe we'll have more people watching the videos and we'll have more opinions.
Perhaps some of you have actually seen the pastel blue up close in person. You have a vested interest in what color wheels we do.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Yeah, it's gotta be sporty. Well, at least the wheels are going to be, but the color-wise just has to go well with it. But I think that's it. I think we've walked through everything. We've kind of highlighted on some of the facts about the car, what it came with, and now we'll get back to tearing it apart.
And if there's anything in particular you wanted to see or know about with the car, go ahead and comment. Drop a comment down below.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd love to be able to answer any of the questions. When we got the car, of course, got the title, got the VIN number, but really didn't have anything else. So we ordered a Marty report that gave such great information all the way back to when it was being built. So those reports really helped kind of clear out a lot of the gray fog that we just did not know about the car. But hopefully you enjoyed this, enjoyed seeing the rest of the car, and enjoy going along on the next parts of the journey as we finish tearing this thing apart, getting to that point to where we can build it back better. Almost like $6 Million Man. Stronger. Faster. You know exactly where I was going. Oh my God, that's scary. Well, thank you all once again for watching. If you want to continue to watch the episodes as we do the Restomod on this, please make sure you subscribe. And if you enjoyed this, please click like. It certainly helps us by showing it to others that are looking for this type of content already on YouTube. And we really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.